Yeah, Pat, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, what's going on?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to call in with a quick story. There's a taping of Hollywood Squares last week. They're up in New York City taping a few weeks of shows. And I'm sitting there, and the guy called on Whoopi Goldberg. And the guy's like, Whoopi, what was the name of Howard Stern's movie that chronicled his rise to the media, or whatever the question was? And Whoopi's like, a big old flop.
Big old what?
Big old flop.
Oh, big old flop.
Right. So the audience starts hooting and hollering, you know, and she does her whole Whoopi thing, and goes on for about 10 minutes about like what a flop the movie was. And the guy, Tom Bergeron, was asking, oh, you on the outs with Howard? And she said, no, I know a flop when I see one. I was in plenty by myself. And that Pumpkinhead was sitting right next to her, Rosie O'Donnell, and she was, you know, getting in on the joke, too, who, by the way, is just as much as a miserable bitch.
What did Rosie O'Donnell have to say?
She didn't really say anything, but, you know, she was sitting there, you know, waddling her neck, you know, in approval. And she was actually videotaping it, because I think she was making some type of...
Did she open her mouth? Did she open her mouth at all during it?
No, she sat there. She sat
there quiet, right?
What's that?
She sat there quiet?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, pretty much. She sat. I think she was in the square next to Whoopi, and I just happened to glance over.
So let me get it straight. So Whoopi Goldberg's the one who made the comments.
Whoopi Goldberg made the comment.
Yeah,
right.
Do you know Whoopi Goldberg calls every week to have me on that show?
I can imagine.
And I've told her no.
I believe it.
No circumstances, because the show sucks.
Oh, I believe it. It was just interesting, because then the guy asked what her real answer was, and then she feigned ignorance for about 10 minutes. She's like, it was private something or other, something about his mom's private parts or something, and the contestant was smart enough.
Here's the bottom line. Whoopi Goldberg is a hag. She knows it. She's not in any movies anymore. She's doing Hollywood Squares for a living. All right? That's what she does. Hollywood Squares. And they call here every week, at least 4 or 5 times a week. 4 or 5 times a week to get me to do the show. I've said no. I've declined.
To make Private Parts a hit, you would do the show.
Yeah. That would get me over the top. And believe me, I'll put my movies up against hers anytime. My movie at least made money for the studio. And she could point to Ghost. Big deal. She wasn't the reason that movie was successful. It was Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze.
I think you should maybe...
They had me on speed dial. You got to be kidding me with that.
Yeah, and the audience, you know, they were all hooting and hollering.
And you know what it is? I love how people love to rewrite history. They love to call me a flop. But meanwhile, they all right, I'm going to fail on radio. They're still writing I'm going to fail on radio. It's unbelievable. They're still writing that I'm going to fail on radio. I've been on 20-something years. I'm still going to fail. And my movie's a flop, and my books are a flop, and my pay-per-view sucks. But every time it makes money for people. So you tell me. And at least I'm still getting offered movies. If mine's such a flop, I don't see her getting offered any movies. What movie has she done?
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie. Bitch. Don't call here asking me to be on and then badmouth me. What a bitch.
It should be on sometime in November, I think they said. I'm not
exactly
sure.
Maybe she can find some more whacked-out white guys to sleep with her. But this white boy ain't sleeping with her. That's for sure.
What do you mean, whacked out white?
Because you'd have to be out of your friggin' mind to sleep with her. Look at her. She loves that white meat. What's wrong with brothers? What, they're bad? You know what? Brothers ain't going to sleep with her. No brother going to sleep with that. There ain't enough Viagra to get me on that. You could put me...
Wait a minute. What if two of you are stuck on a desert island?
If you gave me 900 Viagras...
You're...
No.
They're alone for months.
I'd put in a Jenna Jameson DVD.
Nobody else has to know.
and whack it.
There's nothing else but Whoopi.
A hole in the sand is there. There's an ant hill over there, I see. The little stinging ants on my ween will feel good. I like how she's slamming me now. Sees me kissing up to me every time she sees me in public. Oh, Howard, when are you going to do my show? When are you going to do my show? And then they badmouth you. It's typical.
I'd stay away. It was really fake, just behind the scenes.
I know. And by the way, they, of course, and I'll let you in on the secret of Hollywood Squares. Everything is pre-planned.
I believe that.
And they write down the answers for it.
Right, and they had this running joke. Nathan Lane was on, and I think during the third taping he made a joke about his pet gerbil Frisky. So you tell me what that's all about. And then during one of the commercial breaks, the producers went up to everyone's squares, and then for the rest of the show, they all made Frisky the gerbil jokes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, hey, we got a running thing here. It's really taking off. You know.
Just wait when I see Nathan Lane and Jack Tripper talking about a gerbil.
And I got no shit. Rosie O'Donnell's probably behind Whoopi getting all courageous, bad-mouthing me.
Well, it was something else.
I can't say anything, but you say it, Whoopi, and I'll laugh.
Bunch of douchebags. Come on, bring it on, baby. You want war? I'll give you war.
You don't want the trees.
You want war? Let's bring it on. Come on, Whoopi. That's a war you can't win, honey. It's a war you can't win. I got you, my size. Teeth, you can't handle the teeth. Whoopi. That's all right, man. I can handle it. Thank you for informing me, though.
No problem.
I can't wait to see that tirade on TV.
Yeah, it's probably going to be on like the second or third week in November.
No, they keep begging me to be on. Now they book Jackie to be on. They can't get me, so they get Jackie.
Is he going to be on?
Well, of course. He's got no loyalty to this show.
Oh, boy.
Jackie's going on the show?
Yeah. I turned down that thing every week.
10 seconds ago.
Nah. Go on there.
They started it.
But I'm saying there wasn't a war 10 seconds.
Nah, they call me all the time. So they book you because they figure I'll talk about it. But I ain't talking about it. Not anymore.
I'm sure I'll get you to plug it when it comes on.
No, I ain't plugging it. You can put it up there. I ain't gonna read it. Screw Hollywood Squares.
See, now, if it didn't tell you I was doing.
And we were nice to that Tom Bergeron character.
Sure, we've had him on the show to promote that.
Yep.
Well, he was pretty nice. He was trying
he's in on it. He knew what was going on.
Please.
Everybody
knows what's happening.
No, they're not going to get any help from me. And those guys over at King World call every week. Come on, Whoopi wants you on. I go, no. F you.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell, she sat there. She had such an air of arrogance about her.
You know what I told Wally was going to say? Give me $1 million. I'll go on.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They wouldn't give it to me. They go, you know what? We give it to your charity. I said, here's the charity right here. They go, no one's ever gotten paid. I go, I do. I don't care about anyone else.
No, they get paid.
Sure they get paid. You tell me Gilbert Gottfried's giving his money to charity?
Can't afford to.
Oh, please. He's the cheapest guy around. My charity's right here in my pocket.
Yeah, what's Gilbert's charity?
Yeah. I know what his charity is. That's like Regis, too, asked me to do that Hollywood millionaire. Celebrity millionaire. Yeah. I said, well, what are you going to pay? He goes, they give to your charity. I go, I don't have one. What do you mean you don't have a charity? I go, I'm my charity. Make it out to the Howard Stern charity. Oh, he goes, is there one? I go, sure there's one.
Now there is.
Now there is.
We just started it.
Yeah.
No paycheck.
HRF, Howard Retirement Fund. Howard. That's what it's all about. I go, I just made a very charitable donation, like about 50% of what I was worth.
Oh, it's such a great
I've given.
They're completely self-sufficient now.
I give to everyone. Trust me. It's enough. Now somebody give back to me. I want to sit home and relax. God damn it.
All right, don't start. Control. You were doing good.
Slowly I turn. Whoopi Goldberg wants to F with me? Come on, bring it on. I got a lot of anger. Ask my shrink. He never saw anger and rage till he met me. Wants me in there 7 days a week.
Not enough days a week.
He wants me in 8 days a week. Ask him.
For the amount of treatment you need.
He says, you got a lot of anger.
We got a lot of work.
I said, tell me something I don't know.
Got a lot of work to do with
you.
Are you going to let any of the callers play that rock and roll trivia game?
Okay, what do you want to do?
What?
Play a song and then you're going to guess what it is?
Well, yeah, no, I was asking about Gary's rock and roll trivia game that they're going to play.
Oh, that one, yeah. Well, listen in on it. I think it'll be fun to listen to. And then
It'll become a thing.
Yeah.
You can challenge the winner.
What am it, Leon?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Is this Howard?
Yes, sir.
Greetings, Howard. I'm also filled with a lot of anger and rage. This is Superior Man, also known as Supreme Being. I am the most fully evolved species.
I don't have time for nonsense.
Shut up.
Hi, Teddy.
Yeah, Howard, how you doing?
What's up?
I just want to give this to you. This is an exclusive for your show only because you were the first to put us on. And I want you to know, late yesterday, a deal was struck with the Screen Actors Guild, the commercial strike. with the advertising industry. And what I want to say is we owe you a lot because this has been going on for 6 months.
The SAG strike is over, you're claiming?
Well,
They
it looks...
They do say that? Good, because I got to tell you, I know so many people are getting hurt by this SAG strike.
Yeah.
And there's, you know what the union's got to do? I am a member of the Screen Actors Guild, not very active member because I don't really make my money through the Screen Actors Guild. In fact, they just turned me down for health insurance. Not that I need it. I'm with AFTRA. But the Screen Actors Guild really now has to go after these scabs.
Oh, I know everyone, and I'm not going to forget who they are.
Well, what are you talking about? The companies that hired the people?
Well, the companies, and also there are a lot of people who can't normally get a commercial. And during the strike went out, because don't forget, there were many commercials made during the strike. And
Absolutely.
A lot of these so-called actor wannabes went out and got commercials because the regular actors were striking.
There's one commercial I really hate, and I know it's full of scabs.
It's full of scabs.
They're all full of scabs.
And what is the union going to do? Forget about this?
Are they going to let those
no.
people in the union now?
I think they are going to forget about it.
They are not. We have their names. We have pictures. We will not forget about this. Believe